Alright, so we're at the house. We had a guest check out. This is our quickest turnaround ever. We have another guest checking in today. So what we're doing is we're going to come over, we'll strip the bed, we'll take the towels, we'll take them offsite, we'll start the laundry. Our cleaning lady is coming this evening. We also like to do a walk through the house, see what the conditions like, give her a little heads up. And for this time, our guests who just checked out, they were in a wheelchair. One of the guests was in a wheelchair, so I rarely let people come in through the garage door. This is an exception. So I set up a temporary garage code, and that'll be the first thing, is to see if the garage code has expired, as it is an old school, if you will, garage door opener. It's not on an app.
Interior, garage, door.
Hi, we're Jason and Michelle.
We run an Airbnb, go to sporting events and concerts.
This is Air Channel, Sunshine Spectators. Michelle's opening up the closet door where we keep our extra linen so we can strip the bed, and the cleaner can just put on new sheets. Let's see, this bedroom looks good. Bathroom looks fairly good. Okay, this is one of the rooms. Oh, they pretty much stripped the bed for us. The previous guest, yeah. And what we call the kids' room, yeah. And we have the master bedroom. Okay, well, wow, quite a bit of trash, and luckily tonight is trash night. I'll have to go out back and get the other can. So we just wrapped up at the Airbnb. I decided we're going to take the comforters, the sheets, the towels. We're going to take it to a laundromat, get that done. But we have first. I got to stop at one of our warehouse clubs, as we need a few things. We're out of paper towels, out of Solo cups, out of some other things. Michelle will take care of the coffee. That's kind of her project. She doesn't want me doing that. And I also need to try to get some laundry detergent. I don't want to buy some at the laundromat, but I also didn't think to bring any pods with us because we just kind of made that decision spur of the moment. So a little shopping trip. Okay, so the robot vacuum is doing its thing. Hopefully we don't hear that too much on this little discussion I want to have. So the going to the laundromat, we don't do that often. We have an industrial washing machine at our house because my mother-in-law lives with us, so we're constantly doing laundry for her, our laundry, and Michelle's business. So we're constantly doing a lot of laundry. So we have the industrial strength one. Not often that we go to a laundromat like I did today, but I needed to just because of the quick turnaround. So it was $30 to do that today. But a really nice woman at the laundromat. When I went there, the vending machine only takes cash. We do have like a card that you use for the washers and dryers. You put money on that card and you use it. So I asked, how do I get laundry? And she told me it was cash only. But then she asked, how many? What am I doing? And apparently a lot of people leave their liquid detergent or they leave detergent behind. So she gave me some of that detergent that got left behind. So, good thumbs up for that. But a few hours, and the only reason we did that once again was because we needed to, because of the quick turnaround time. We've never had somebody check out one day and check in on another. We usually have a few days or a week. So, hey, we're lucky and we'll take it. So I wanted to start this YouTube channel when we first started doing our Airbnb back in April, but I found out the hard way that the computer I had then, I needed a lot of upgrades. Found out that it was 12 years old and it just couldn't handle some of the video editing, so it took a while to save up, and here we are. So here's a tour of the Airbnb that we'll walk you through. Camera around. We'll start in the dining room. We fixed up this table some, but we did refurbish the chairs because they had some ugly mustard yellow color type of cushions. This table's been in my family for a very long time. And we've got some bar stools. Our next guests who are coming, it's going to be 3 adults, 2 children, and a dog. So we'll leave out some doggy treats that they can stick in the ball. Make sure we take care of our fur babies. So there's the dining room. We've got our kitchen over there. We have some snacks. We leave out some cookies, some candies, and a candy dispenser that my dad made when he was woodworking, when he was alive. We got some chips for you and some gummy bears. In the fridge we have sodas and waters. We have a little printing station if you need to work with your laptop. And we have another desk that's been in the family for quite a long time, and I refurbished this desk, so I'm pretty proud of it. I mean, it could be better. That was my first time ever doing some woodworking type stuff where I had to sand stuff off and restain and repaint. It took a few weeks just because it needed some time to dry, but I'm proud of it. Alright, so we'll walk into the living room as we see the robot vacuum doing its thing. Alright, so here's the living room. The lights and the fan, we have everything on a remote control. So the one remote controls the lights, the other one does the fan, the light, and you set it to high, medium, low. This couch we had for a long time in my family when my dad was around. This one, a very nice movie theater style couch. We actually got that at a Salvation Army store, so it's very nice, very comfortable. I like it a lot. My dad used to also do ceramics, so there's a ceramic clock that we have, and we have the matching light that goes with it that he made. Of course, TV wise, just a standard 42-inch TV with a Roku setup. And down here we do have some board games and coloring books for children. Our Habitat for Humanity store Maryland table, I had to have it. We were looking for a table, and since we're originally from Maryland and we saw that painted like that, we were like, that's definitely got to be us. Now this is the front door area where most people can come in. I started in the dining room kitchen, which is the garage door area. And so we'll come down and take a look at some of the bedrooms now. We have 3 queens and a twin size. So we have this one, and of course I bought new alarm clocks that you can plug your USB into for every room. And that light over in the corner is also controlled by the remote control that I showed you in the living room. Generally these closets here we keep storage in. We generally keep them locked up, but we're leaving them open for now because our cleaner is going to be here in a little bit. We're coming to the bathroom, and this is, to me, this is the pride of the house. Is this shower? It's a sit-down shower. You know, my dad, when he was alive, he was handicapped, so he needed to grab bars. So this kind of helps us with hopefully getting some guests. We've had a few guests who are in wheelchairs, and they've also seemed to enjoy the shower, being able to get in and get out with that as well. Here is the twin bedroom. Twin bed. This is one of the beds that we did buy new. Actually, kind of got this on Marketplace from one of those people that you've seen on YouTube, I'm sure, who they overbuy things or buy things that are kind of liquidated. So we got that. It was a brand new bed, and it's packaging when I got it. Come into another queen bedroom. Kind of do a little bit of a sea blue type of theme in here. The painting on this wall, the small one of the Jacksonville landing, that is actually a photograph that I took, not of the landing, but just of the downtown skyline with the fountains. So I took that. I'm proud of that, and got that printed out. Okay, we'll walk over into the master bedroom now. And we have a sleep number bed, so you can adjust the foot and the head, as well as the firmness and the softness. This ceiling fan is also on a remote control, and it's a smaller bathroom with this one. And but it's, you know, it's decent. Yeah. Once again, we have a handicap bar here for someone who may need that assistance. All right, so to wrap up this video, we had our 2 back-to-back guests in late December, and a little bit of a frustrating thing. 5 stars across the board from one guest, but only a 4 overall. So what's that about?
It just didn't make sense because all of the other stars were 5 and there was an overall 4, and I'm just trying to figure out what happened. But there have been a lot of times where other hosts have had the same problem, and sometimes people are just, I guess, just particular. But we're not gonna let it get us down, because we just found out that we got Superhost yesterday.
Yeah, that's a big deal. You know?
Definitely.
And we had no idea that happened, and anything we were even thinking about. It was just constantly, we're trying to build this up for the last 9 months, and Superhost was one of our, that wasn't even on our radar. We figured it would be at least a year, but hey, we got there.
We got there within 10 months. You can't complain about that one.
Yeah.
But we're always particular about keeping everything clean and being guest oriented and keeping them happy, and it's been great.
Yeah, and we just, you know, our previous cleaner, it was a bit of a drive for her to get here, so she's going to do it more on a part-time basis, but we just got done talking to a new cleaner today who was actually the cleaner when my dad was alive and lived here. This was the woman who cleaned his house, so I'm glad I can bring her back on. That's always a good plus.
So overall, we're just really happy about everything that's been happening with the Airbnb, and can't complain.
And we have another guest coming up in a few days through VRBO. And we only did 2 guests last year with VRBO. I mean, obviously Airbnb's a little bit more. And this one was, I don't want to say it was tricky, but it was something we hadn't had to deal with yet. She booked, and then she wanted to extend it a day. So it was, how do you go through all this process of just book another day separately, but then you get charged a cleaning fee, and then she gets charged fees. And surprisingly, even though it was an online chat thing, Vrbo was really good with the customer service, and they took care of it. So, you know, so far, thumbs up with them. I mean, I didn't. Our previous experiences, I mean, I was kind of on the fence about Vrbo, kind of still am, but hey, I mean, their customer service this time was pretty good, and how they handled that for this upcoming guest.
So we're just going to keep going and just build this even better and make sure that it runs automatically down the line, and that's a good plan to have. So
we'll talk about some of our first 9 months. We haven't done this for a full year yet. Some of our learning experiences. Our first few guests, we had automatic booking turned on, and after the second guest, we had to turn that off.
Yeah, we found that it's more advantageous for us to be able to manually select people.
And it also didn't help that our second guest ever, kicked in one of the bedroom doors at a huge part. I don't want to say huge, but they had it. It wasn't as advertised as who they said they were, and this house smelled like marijuana horribly. So we got that ozone. We had to go. And the second guest is like, hey, here's an extra cost. So the ozone machine that we bought, we brought that in. I mean, took a day to run that, and it cleared up the stench from that, and luckily they admitted that hey, we got a little rowdy, and Airbnb insurance that all got settled for that. Guest agreed to pay, so we have a new door to one of our bedrooms, but that was a learning experience. That's when we were turning off Instant Book.
Mm-hmm. So you have to make sure when you're reading your booking what the requirements of the house are, because we could have charged him a lot of money off the top for smoking when we said we did not want anybody smoking in this house.
Yeah, and it's still one of the things we're going to need to learn to figure out. And I don't know if it's getting a sign or something, but I mean, it's definitely in the manual, no smoking. But just respect people's houses.
Mm-hmm. That's all we ask.